Next up, we're going to have J.E. Johnson talking about maker mashups.
Hi, my name is J.E. Johnson. I'm at the University of Texas at Austin. I'm a staff member, I'm a faculty member, I'm a project manager. I am a lecturer in the Department of Theater and Dance, and our labs are in Texas Performing Arts, which basically means it's really complicated and nobody really knows what I do. But that works for me because then I can fly under the radar. If nobody knows what my job is, then I can teach practical special effects, I can teach raptor building courses, and I can teach animatronic courses. And while people think I'm playing around, what I'm really doing is trying to develop the skills that our students need to succeed in the future. This is from a survey from Gallup, most recent 2018. The most important skill that students need to have is problem solving. And down at the bottom there is technical skills. So I'm a project manager. I always want to think about things in terms of time, money, and scope, but it's not the right set of constraints to think about when you're building a community of learners. And so I focus on opportunity, capability, and identity. We start with opportunity because that's really, when we think about a makerspace, that's what we're thinking of. But when I'm thinking of the opportunity, how do I guide those students through an experience in our spaces? How do I set them, lead the course to a particular port, to a particular goal? And so when I say to the students, you are going to build a robot and we're going to shoot it on the Texas's largest green screen, and then we're going to have VFX artists compose it into a full effect, they know where they're going. And if I could tell them we're building raptor suits, they know where they're going. But they want to know what's going to take them there. So you need to have a space for them to be in. And this, at a university, this is very difficult to find one dedicated space, but it's essential for these kind of long format projects. And this is where their communities are going to be built. This is where they're also going to cry, because they start out their journey really excited about their project. And they're going to start right at the top there of that peak, but very quickly they realize, wow, I've really picked a complicated project. I'm not sure if I have the skills to do this. And they get to the bottom of that. So to prevent the crying, you provide as many skills as possible to them to increase their capability. And it's basically their idea of like, what are the skills that they can hold? Not what they're going to use on their specific project, because we want to focus on making sure that they are looking at all the options before they select a particular solution to a problem that they have. So of course we have YouTube, Instructables, the whole world that we all have access to. But we do also direct instruction. And this is a case of costume construction or casting. But we want to be careful about presenting those skills too early on, because then that becomes the solution that they will use. We had a lion dancer, a staff member who is a lion dancer, come in just to show off her work. And it turned out that the way that was constructed and the way it was moved provided a solution for us in our building of the Raptors. The way I'm most excited about right now in terms of structuring this part of the course is a maker mashup, where we actually have two courses, one in physical computing, one in digital fabrication, two instructors operating concurrently. We smash them together at midterms, and then those students with two different skill sets start working on a project together. The most difficult problem we face is the identity of the students as they come into the space. Imposter syndrome is a real thing, and it's something that everybody struggles with. We had a student, a brilliant engineering student, who built a Wi-Fi controlled lighting effect for our Raptors. And then I asked him, so how does this portray the death of the Raptor? How do we tell if the Raptor is sick using your lights? He said, well, I'm not a storyboard artist. And I asked him, well, what if you were? Imagine if you were. Let's play that role. And that's part of building the next identity that they might have. We also try to get them to have a sense of play and bring in R2-D2 as a guest artist as well. But we also try to have a more serious side to this regarding research. So here we are at the Harry Ransom Center looking at our Industrial Light and Magic archives. And the most important thing is that there's time for reflection in the end. And throughout the whole process, we are reflecting on our blogs from day one. But there's really never enough time for the reflection. And I honestly probably haven't allowed for enough time to talk about it today either, but thank you for your time.